Hey everybody, so chapter 1008 just dropped and it left us on the roof hungry for more. The fights in Wano have begun to stabilize, and we've gotten to see some pretty epic stuff from the characters we love. Brook, Frankie, and Robin have all been killing it, and Arashi has just been roasting up Jack. So that's gotten me thinking about the fights that will actually determine the outcome of Wano. So in this video, we're going to talk about the four most interesting fights in Wano that will define the raid on Onigashima. Hello friends, I am the captain of the OroJackson and welcome to the OroJacksonReview, a great place to hear One Piece related theories, trivia, and everything in between. Before we get into anything else, Sanji humbly asks you to hit that subscribe button and throw a like my way. He will only ask once. If by the end of this video you have not subscribed, the consequences will be dire, and it will be completely out of my hands. So the first major fight I foresee is going to be Marco the Phoenix versus Sparrow, Totoland's Minister of Candy. Now before you start yelling at me telling me that Marco has been the MVP of the raid so far, here's a picture of the sexy Boa Hancock. Yeah, that should calm you down, but here's a picture of Orochi so you don't go locking that bedroom door. Anyways, Sparrow has been the MVP of the alliance between the Beast Pirates and the Big Mom Pirates. He took out Wanda and Carrot, he's heading towards Marco, Queen, and King, and he's the only officer of the Big Mom Pirates on the scene right now. Honestly, maybe they should be the Sparrow Pirates because Sparrow has been pulling a fair bit of clout. Now I know that Marco is a beast, I get that, but I honestly think that he's going to be pretty worn out by the time other people get to King and Queen. And Sparrow already seems to have his eye on Marco. The reason why this fight is going to be interesting, however, isn't because of the action. It's going to be because of the awesome commentary we're going to get. Sparrow and Marco are already at the fringes of their respective alliances. Sparrow doesn't even want the Big Mom Pirates to ally with the Beast Pirates, and Marco is only there to help out Nico and Luffy. The two probably also have radically different worldviews. The Whitebeard Pirates shared several similarities with the Big Mom Pirates. They both revolved around the family, they were both structured around division commanders or ministers, but they were also dramatically different. The Whitebeard Pirates were benevolent to the islands under their protection. The Big Mom Pirates, on the other hand, are terribly parasitic to the islands under their rule. There's a big difference in how the two groups operated, so it would make sense for the two of them to operate on completely different worldviews. And I think that Sparrow and Marco's fight will set up two alternative futures for the Grand Line. One future where the world is under the thumb of Kaido and Big Mom, and one where freedom survives. Marco winning this fight would also be a huge final nail in the coffin for the Big Mom Pirates. The last of their major officers would finally be out of commission, and the only domino to fall would be Big Mom herself. Now Big Mom is an interesting character because her powers range from soul manipulation to downright natural disasters. They work on both an internal and external level, which is why I think Law and Kid teaming up together would be perfect for Big Mom. Law himself was never a brute force character. His power came from the detailed surgical attacks of the Ope no Mi. He's not going to continue throwing rocks at people forever, but the Ope no Mi would be a good counter to the Soru no Mi, the Soul fruit, which is Big Mom's fruit. Big Mom's entire territory has been forced to assimilate into her soul-sucking regime, and don't forget that it's always been hinted at that the Ope no Mi is a lot more powerful than Law makes it out to be. From what we as readers know, Law hasn't even scraped the tip of the iceberg for what the Ope no Mi is capable of. Maybe Law becomes an awakened Devil Fruit user when he fights Big Mom. He is in need of a power-up if he's going to be one of the biggest pirates after Wano. Kid, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. Now there's a character who just tanks every attack. King's Punk Gibson literally looks like the Batmobile. Kid could provide the perfect cover for Big Mom's disaster attacks. If there's anything that we know about Kid, it's that he's at his best when he's being a brute. If there's anybody that can counter the monster of Big Mom with their own monster, it's definitely Eustace Captain Kid. Together, Law and Kid could counter any and all attacks that come from Big Mom. We need to see Law and Kid struggle because they're going to be Whitebeard to Luffy's Roger. They need to struggle, grow, and become powerful because we need to see what the future Pirate King's rivals are going to look like in this final last saga of One Piece. And that brings us to Zoro. I see Zoro fighting King. Now before you start yelling at me again saying that Captain Zoro belongs on the roof, Zoro isn't gonna beat Kaido with Luffy. Although I do think that Zoro is going to cut Kaido and give him 3 new scars that intersect one another, I don't think he's going to beat Kaido with Luffy. I see him cutting Kaido and then dropping down to fight King. Think about it, whatever Luffy has done, Zoro has done as well, just not as much. Luffy's bounty after Alabasta was 100 million, then Zoro's bounty was 60 million. For God's sake, when Luffy got stuck between 2 buildings, Zoro got stuck as well. He just got stuck in a chimney. So it makes sense that if Luffy is the one to beat Kaido, Zoro will cut him down first. And more importantly, a Zoro versus King fight would resolve a lot of what we as readers have been asking for. We'd learn exactly what King is. Is he a demon? Is he an angel? Just a very kinky human? We'd also get to see just how damn powerful King is. The first Yonko commander of the current strongest pirate group with a bounty over 1 billion is going to be damn strong. And that monster strength is going to get us something out of Zoro that we haven't seen in a while. A struggle. Wano is the country of swordsmen. If we don't see a dramatic growth out of Zoro here, then where else will we see it? Just like when he fought Das Bones, we are going to see Zoro overcome some struggle he's having, and it is going to be amazing. But this is the only time it'll make sense. Where else other than the country of swordsmen can we see a growth out of Zoro? And finally, the fight that determines the fate of the raid, the Straw Hat Pirates, and the Grand Line itself, Luffy versus Kaido. So I'm pretty sure we all know what we need to see from Luffy. We need to see him win this fight, and I don't know why I actually have to say that, but some people have been talking about the raid failing, so I thought I just might put that out there. We need to see Gear 5, or some evolution on his current skill set. For Luffy to evolve as a fighter, we need to find a way to get ahead of this 10-minute Haki-less state. Rio was a step in the right direction, but Luffy is nowhere near completely mastering Haki yet. Even Rayleigh said that it's something that can be mastered through fighting experience and time. But it's important to remember that while Luffy can be a bean in almost any situation, he is an absolute creative genius when it comes to fighting. Gear 2, Gear 3, Red Hawk, Gear 4, all really impressive and all things that he's come up with while fighting. The other option is just to get rid of the gear system. I've always thought that it wasn't very practical to have Luffy transform every time he wanted to do some serious damage. If Luffy could somehow unlock the same metabolic Haki that he does when he uses gears, that would be a huge step up from his current level. And it's also important to remember that Luffy powering up is only one part of this fight. It's also important to understand that this fight has been 7 years in the making, ever since Luffy landed on Dressrosa to pick a fight with Doflamingo. This fight has a lot more symbolism than you might expect. When we first heard about the Yonko, Luffy was some worst generation brat who was picking a fight with the world government. He was still in the first half of the Grand Line and he had a measly bounty of 300 million berries. And mentions of the Yonko continued to get the Straw Hats in a tizzy, even in the New World. But over the last 3 years, we've got to learn a lot more about Odin, Whitebeard, and Roger. And as we've learned more and more about them, we've been able to draw some pretty amazing parallels between the greatest names in One Piece pirating and our favorite rubber boy. But the man is now fighting one of the Yonko. Not just one, but the current strongest Yonko. That's crazy. This fight represents everything the Straw Hats have accomplished and everything they have yet to do. And the respect Kaido has for Luffy only adds to that. Wano will pretty much create a new pirate era, and the end of the Wano arc looks to be pretty far away at the moment. Unlike this video, which is at its end now. For those of you who didn't subscribe at the beginning of this video, damn, I really feel sorry for you, but Sanji was only going to ask the nice way once. Now he's going to ask the hard way. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like always, please throw a like my way and hit that subscribe button so we can show the Google algorithm what's up. Please comment down below what you thought of this video, how I can make these videos better, anything that I can change. Please, please, please be honest because that's how I make better videos for you. Until next time, mahalo.